Hello everyone, my mind and heart is really kicking me to make this video, and it's a video that's probably going to go into my sub-series about things that I lose sleep over, because I'm already losing sleep over it, quote unquote, because this sub-series is to tell stories that I lose sleep over, which also means metaphorically speaking, because my heart could drop, my entire insides could start to tingle, or whatchamacallit, like in a bad way, something that would distract me and things. And I just cannot explain it, and this story that I'm about to tell you that just happened, I cannot explain it. I mean, nothing bad happened, but I don't know, sometimes my autistic brain always goes to what could have been worse, or not what could have been worse, but like, how could it have turned worse? So back at the 17th Street Promenade, I went inside a facility that I haven't been in before just to ask a question, and I noticed that this particular facility still requires masks, and I always carry a couple in my pocket, so I just pulled one out and just held it to my face. And I went in and I asked a question to the person who worked there, and she was very nice, she was very kind. See, nothing against that at all. It's just I noticed that she glanced where my body cam would be, because I have my body cam at my belt, and I try to hide it while going in because I don't want people to, number one, get the wrong idea about me, and two, I don't necessarily want to explain it to everybody why I have to wear a body cam. I have a couple of videos explaining why I feel like I need to wear a body cam, and I have gotten to use the footage a couple of times in my autism awareness videos. Short answer is because I'm constantly discriminated in my own neighborhood for years and years, and I thought, well, if there ever comes a time where it's like their word against mine, I would have the body cam evidence to prove that autistic discrimination still exists.
Hey man.
Well, enough about that. Back to the story, is that I don't know what, like, how could it have gotten worse? Like, she may have started to question that, maybe have made a big deal out of it, but she was very nice. She didn't bring up the body cam, even if that's what she looked at, which she might have, even though I try to hide it. She was very, very kind and friendly. She answered my questions, and I made sure that I expressed my gratitude for her answering my questions, and it was very amicable, very friendly, very cordial. But as soon as I got out of there, I can't explain it. My autistic brain it's hard to explain why, and it's hard to explain what it feels like. It kind of feels like tingles, but in a bad, whatchamacallit way. It kind of feels, so I don't know the right word actually to describe it, but that's how it feels, like this fuzzy feeling that's not good inside, and it feels like my heart sometimes drops. I don't know, like what if she wasn't a kind person? What if she was, but then she wasn't kind at the fact that I'm wearing body cam and this and that? I don't know. I continued to walk. My mind and brain just kept on talking to me, make a video about this, hopefully it might help someone, hopefully it might educate somebody. So I don't know, I just thought I'd put this together and get it out there. I think it is very important for autism awareness and acceptance. And also another thing I thought of is that maybe it's also the fact that I'm over cautious. Maybe I'm inadvertently, like, over showing that I'm abiding by the rules. Like, right now they have a mask rule inside, and I wanted to really emphasize that that's what I'm abiding by, out of politeness, I guess. So, like, over polite feelings, I guess. If I may add something real quick, sometimes that has got me in a little bit of trouble. I mean, not really trouble, but sometimes when I'm over polite or over courteous or over thoughtful, sometimes people think that's weird, and I have many stories to to prove that. Many stories that I've said in the past, I'm just saying. So I just saw a sign back there outside Ralph's advertising the pumpkin spice latte and pumpkin spice frappuccino for the Starbucks that's inside the Ralph's, and they kind of reminded me of a story that happened in 2017. In 2017, that's when like the zombie frappuccino or whatever came out, and I didn't try it, but it was advertised all around, including Orange Coast College that has a Starbucks on campus that I frequently went to as a student there. And I'm like, well, it's October 31st, 2017. I believe that was the date when I decided to take out my camera and just take a picture. And all I was doing was just taking a picture of the sign that's inside the store for that zombie drink, whatever. And all of a sudden I hear like, hey, hey, from behind me. I turned around and it was a person on a chair, and he was probably the manager, and he's like, no pictures, please. And I'm like, oh, I was just taking a picture of the sign. And he said, that's fine, just no pictures, no other pictures. And I'm like, okay, thank you. So I got the picture, and in my brain, in my autistic brain, I may lose sleep over this, because it's like, well, how could it have gotten worse? Like, I always think of the worst case scenario. Suppose he would have like blew up and may have called security or physically thrown me out or something like that, which probably wouldn't have happened. But that's something that's in my mind, my heart, my brain. I mean, it's just like, how could things have gotten worse? Oh, and also just to add a comment, I'm filming this in late August, and for the past several years, the pumpkin spice thing has been coming out earlier and earlier. So I'm thinking it's a bit too early, but that's just my preference. I would just not have any pumpkin stuff until probably late September, or most likely in October, because when I think of pumpkin spice things, I'm thinking about October and perhaps November, and I think that's when I'll get the pumpkin spice things. But August I think is too early, but that's my opinion. It's probably not for everybody else. That's perfectly okay if you like pumpkin in August or early September, but still. Anyway, I hope that this made sense, and let me know if there are any questions or something that you need me to follow up on of something that I said. I'd be happy to try my best to do it. So other than that, stay safe, have an excellent day.